In the equity quadrant, taking a look at the December Nasdaq futures contract, which was the best performer in U.S. indices through the course of most of the day. We hit a new cycle high for Nasdaq futures in the course of what I'd call a not so impressive session, a low volume session, keeping in mind that this is initial volume, not official volume yet, but nevertheless, it's the third positive close out of the last four sessions. If we stay at this level, there is still some time left in the future session. The high today so far, 20,271, was up 51 basis points or 0.5%, a little bit more than that. And the low, 20,064.25, was down the exact same amount, 0.51%, or a little more than 0.5%. We have upcoming economic data that could affect stocks. Tomorrow we get another revision of second quarter GDP, and we also get multiple Fed speakers. In terms of GDP, the expectations are for a 3% number, and look at that in the context of the Atlanta Fed GDP Now Index predicting 2.9% for the third quarter. Remember, this is a revision of the second quarter that we're getting tomorrow. So we'll also be reacting to tomorrow's Fed speaker. There's a lot of them, which includes Fed Governor Michelle Bowman, New York Fed President John Williams, Fed Vice Chair for Supervision Michael Barr, and Fed Chair Jerome Powell. We're also getting a speech tomorrow from Treasury Secretary Yellen. We're also getting a bunch of people from the ECB as well, but I'm not sure that will affect U.S. equities that much, if at all. We also have to look at rates because Treasury yields rose today across the curve, a little bit more in the front end than the back end. 5-year rose 5 basis points to 3.54, and the 30-year rose 3 to 4.12. 10-year rose 3 to 3.77. But also the probability of a 50 basis point rate cut at the next Fed meeting, which is in November, versus a 25, raised up to about 60% probability. So the market is starting to price in 50 basis points instead of 25, and that tends to be ever so slightly supportive for U.S. equities.